So I attempted to do this thing. I saw somebody else do this. I've seen several people do this, but basically they take a strawberry and cut a thin layer along the skin, and then they put it on a paper towel for it to dry, and then they rub the seeds off, and it worked beautifully. So now I have all these little strawberry seedlings that need to go into a pot, and maybe we can get some strawberries to grow from seed. I've never been able to accomplish this, so we're gonna give it a try. Okay, so I'm out here in my shed, and that is definitely grass. I used my compost and mixed it with vermiculite to kind of give these seedlings a little bit more of a better medium to grow in. My basil are doing awesome. There's tons of little baby basils, so they are doing good. But I have this guy over here I am going to fill with dirt, and I'm going to plant my strawberries. Y'all get to see me in my orange pants, like, but I'm just walking out to the compost. It's so quiet out here today. There's my garden. Pretty, pretty. I have decided where I'm planting my asparagus and where I'm planting my tomatoes, and I'm definitely buying some blackberries. So I'm very excited about that. And the dogs have been digging in our compost because there's a mole or something in here, which is perfect, because then that means I can just scoop it right on in here. That's really all I need. It's gorgeous. So many plans for this garden. So I'm really excited about that garden right there, getting a fence done. It'll look so good, and it would help protect it against specific pests and animals and our dogs. That's a big one, is our dogs. They like to dig and go after things, so. But I'm excited about these strawberries. I don't have my hopes too high just because, I mean, they are itty bitty. We don't know what's viable, for one. For two, I've never done it before, so really this is just all an experiment. And I still have a ton of vermiculite in here, which I ordered from Amazon. How am I gonna grab this guy? I've got a little teapot. It's a broken teapot, but I've been keeping him because he was cute. I was like, I could probably reuse him somehow, so I guess he's going to be my vermiculite holder at the moment. So what I'm going to do is basically I just kind of smush it all together like so. And my compost is not wet like it was before. So when the compost is wet, it really likes to clump together with it. But this is going to be just fine, I think. Okay, and then I'm going to, oh, you know what? I'm going to use him again. Yeah. Scoop. It's not gonna come out like that. I'm like, obviously that's not gonna work. Like, wow. You know, I had to try. So, I think I'm just gonna do one. Take this guy out so it doesn't suck the moisture. Because that is one thing I'm finding with these, is that they like to suck the moisture out, which is kind of annoying. They dry out really fast, which means you have to keep them pretty wet. And that has helped with Like, these guys are good. All of my basil is golden. Let me just move it like this so you can really see. See, we got some baby basil. There, there, there. That is grass. That's a baby basil. There's quite a bit in here. So this one is definitely like doing really well. But just to compare here, this is my thyme, and I think that might be thyme, but I'm not sure. I could have swore that my thyme leaves. Oh no, that right there, that is thyme. Do you see him? Do you see the baby? Do you? No, let me get closer. Right there. Itty bitty. That is thyme. And I want to say all I have, if I can see, it's like one. Only one has germinated in this tray, which is fine. I can always toss some out and just kind of plant them in the garden. And then cilantro, oh my gosh, this is so soaked. However, they are growing just fine. That's grass, but that's cilantro, and all these little babies over here are cilantro. So that's a good thing. I think this is just a little too wet though, but it will dry out really fast. My dill has not come up at all. I'm pretty sure that's just not going to make it. And my lemon balm, not so much, but I think I'm just going to invest in more cells this next time. So I have a perfect little spot for these guys to grow. Or I might get the rubber ones. Have y'all seen those? Those look really cool, and they're reusable, and they should last a lot longer. And then like you just flip it over and pop them. You can pop out your seedlings in their little pot. Like, it's not a pod, but the dirt is compressed enough to where it's easy to get it out without crumbling around where the roots are. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so now I just need some water. Where did I put my watering can? Oh my gosh, it's just so freaking nice today, you guys. It is like, it's quiet. I see my watering can. It's always, if I get distracted enough, I'll notice things. I'm not diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. Pretty sure. Okay. Got a little bit of water. All of my watering cans, I'm missing my spouts. My daughters like to use my watering cans as like little potion cauldrons, and they put dirt and twigs and things in there, so then of course it gets like clogged, which is fine. So I'm gonna pour this water in here, get it nice and wet. Okay, then I'm gonna let it soak for a minute, and it should soak really fast. I really liked the idea of using these, but honestly, I'm not gonna do it again. I'm gonna invest in some really nice ones. Definitely behind starting a bunch of seeds from scratch. I normally always start a bunch of seeds indoors, but what I found is whenever I transplant them, they have issues. So I have quite a few tomatoes and peppers that I have planted inside the house. It's more temperature regulated. I mean, out here I have my little heater, which helps keep it warm enough in here. So my plants are kind of happy. They have a chance, but I'll even plant tomato seeds right into the ground when I transplant, because a lot of the times they're just super unhappy about it. And I mean, I will bring them outside, I'll harden them off, and it's almost like regardless of whatever you do, sometimes the plant just doesn't make it. So I really love to plant in ground rather than do the whole transplanting thing unless it's going to go into like a pot or something like that. Like I think next year I'm going to still do my seedlings and stuff, but it's going to be more like herbs and more hardier plants that when you transplant them, the roots are not so sensitive and the plant has more of a chance to make it. So, but it looks like it's soaking in pretty. And I've got my strawberry seeds right here. Bunch of seeds. This was like one strawberry that I just peeled. So I guess I'm just gonna pinch. Come here. They're so tiny. And I'm gonna go ahead and kind of add a pinch, couple in there, couple in there. All these seeds are gonna go in here. Okay. Like if this works, I'm gonna do this a lot more because I would love to have just like strawberries all over the place. Normally, I don't do it this way. Whenever I do have my strawberry plants, I just take the runners and I will pot them. That way they have a chance to grow roots by themselves. And it's a full-on plant already. Like you don't have to grow anything. Kind of like the whole idea of taking a sucker off of a tomato plant and putting it in water, and then you have a whole other plant. Plants that just keep on giving. So I'm gonna take some of my dirt and kind of sprinkle it over. Yeah. Just like this. And see that water still has to settle, so it's gonna settle with the dirt and the seed. Like you can see the seeds chilling in there. So I will keep y'all up to date on my experiment. And don't forget to subscribe. And we'll chat with y'all later. Thanks, guys.